winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome back to Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Here's what's going on in your neighborhood. The season of giving, nursing a problem, candlelight tour, bridge gets makeover, and doing a good deed. It is officially the season of giving, and while food drives and soup kitchens are immensely popular this time of year, some advocacy groups say more needs to be done to curtail poverty in New Jersey. The Anti-Poverty Network held a summit last week in Monroe to share a single message, that homelessness, hunger, and poverty affect every member of society. Advocates say a switch in societal attitudes towards these conditions is essential to ending the dehumanization of those living in poverty and ensuring that assistance programs and advocacy organizations can be effective. For more on their message, see your Greater Media newspaper today. And here's Mark Rosman with the details about a new task force surrounding a county's budget-draining nursing homes.
A task force appointed by the Monmouth County Board of Freeholders is seeking solutions to an issue that officials have been dealing with for several years. The county's 2 nursing homes are losing millions of dollars each year. Monmouth County operates the John L. Montgomery Care Center in Freehold Township and the Geraldine L. Thompson Care Center in Wall Township. Since 2007, those 2 facilities have cost the county about $45 million, according to freeholder John Curley. Curley believes the nursing homes should be sold to a private company in order to stem the county's mounting financial losses. Freeholder Director Lillian Burry said the task force will seek any and all possible solutions to the financial issues the nursing homes have caused. The members of the task force were expected to visit the 2 nursing homes to begin the process that will eventually result in recommendations. Officials have not said when the task force will present its findings to the members of the Freeholder Board or to the public. More information about this can be found in this week's edition of Greater Media Newspapers.
A local postal worker was recently recognized for doing a good deed. Here's Adam Ujaco.
Nina Carney, who has worked for the Parlin Post Office for 28 years, was presented with an award last week for coming to the aid of an injured resident. For the past 4 years, she's delivered mail on the same route almost every day, developing a relationship with some of the residents she has come to know. So when Carney noticed that a resident of Surrey Lane had not retrieved the previous day's mail, she began to worry. Carney, along with some neighbors, found the woman lying on the ground inside of her home and alerted the police, who then gained entry. The resident, who had fallen the night before, had broken her hip and was dehydrated in extraordinary pain. She was transferred to the hospital where she received surgery for her hip. Since recovering, the resident has returned home. Post office officials and Mayor Kennedy O'Brien thanked Carney for her quick thinking and commended her for going beyond her duty as an employee of the post office. For more on Nina's story, see the full article in this week's Suburban newspaper.
And here's a roundup of the headlines you need to know. The air will soon be a bit fresher in Metuchen. That's because the new law will limit smoking in public areas. The practice will be banned in parks, and there will be a 50-foot no-smoking setback around most municipal buildings. A North Brunswick resident who is focusing on being a positive role model for children has been named Miss Black New Jersey. Tasmatha Savage will represent the Garden State in the Miss Black USA pageant in Washington, D.C. Originally from Sierra Leone, the 26-year-old recently received her master's degree in social work from Keene University. The county bridge that spans Matawan Creek in Aberdeen and Keyport will soon be undergoing extensive renovations. First conceived in 2008, the project is scheduled for completion in the summer of 2017. The Jewish Federation of Greater Middlesex County will join forces with the Jewish Federation of Monmouth County just in time for the new year. Members of the 2 groups voted for the merge last week after more than 2 years of exploration and planning. And here's Mike Pavlichko of Greater Media's WCTC with an update on Rutgers football. After that, we have Tim Morris with more on local sports.
So the suspense is over. The Rutgers football team is going to a bowl game. Head coach Kyle Flood didn't doubt that, and I didn't either. Regardless of the fact that it looked for a while like there could have been more bowl-eligible teams in the Big Ten than there were places for them to go, when you consider that Rutgers finished 7-5, won 2 of its last 3 games, beat all expectations, and had the toughest overall schedule in the Big Ten, well, it's no surprise they're going to a bowl game. Now, one may wonder, Detroit, am I supposed to be excited about the Quick Lane Bowl in Detroit on Friday, December 26th, the day after Christmas? Well, kind of. Number one, if you're not in the college football playoff or you're not in any of the New Year's Day bowl games that are around it, I don't really care where Rutgers goes. Number 2, Detroit, not a warm weather climate. Well, okay, I'll give you that. But hey, it's at Ford Field. It's indoors, so the temperature at game time is going to be 72 degrees, comfortably room temperature, and clear skies inside, we hope. Now, the Knights are going to be in for a first-class experience. The game is run by the NFL's Detroit Lions. The NFL's not going to have one of its teams put on a schlumpy bowl game. The last team that did that, put on a bowl game, an NFL team, was the Houston Texans, the Texas Bowl, and everybody at Rutgers loved that experience. And finally, the matchup. Rutgers could go to another bowl game and play a Conference USA opponent, or they could go to a better bowl game where they'll be a heavy underdog, but they get a 6-6 North Carolina team out of a Power 5 conference, the ACC. It's a matchup that's a good game and winnable for the Scarlet Knights. So you want to get blown out somewhere else? You want to go play a lesser opponent, or you want to have a good matchup and be entertained when Rutgers takes on North Carolina in the Quick Lane Bowl? That's the one I'm going for. I'm Mike Pavlichko on 1450 WCTC and WCTCAM.com.
Football teams from the greater media area made a clean sweep of the NJSIAA Central Jersey Championships last weekend. Manalapan captured the Group 4 title over South Brunswick. Jackson Memorial held off Middletown South for the Group 4 crown. Matawan took Group 3, Rumson Fairhaven Group 2, and Shore Regional Group 1. Red Bank Catholic won the non-public 3 championship as well. The most compelling win belonged to Ed Guerreri's Manalapan Braves, who were making their 4th straight appearance in the sectional final, but had yet to secure the elusive title that would validate the program. The Braves struck first, using the pass and run to set up Imamu Mayfield's short touchdown run that staked them to the early 7-0 lead. South Brunswick replied with this 6-yard run by Dante Strickland. Mayfield turned this screen pass from Dan Arella into a 61-yard play that took the ball down to the 1-yard line. Setting up a 1-yard plunge by Ben Sikowski that lifted Manalapan to a 14-7 lead just before halftime. Manalapan's defense dominated in the second half, keeping the Vikings off the scoreboard. And this touchdown pass by Anarella to tight end Kyle Mullen clinched the 21-7 victory. Afterwards, it was time to collect the hardware. And lift head coach Ed Guerreri on their shoulders as the Braves celebrated their first state championship. Tim Morris, Greater Media Newspapers.
What began as a holiday bike tour has become a Keyport institution. Here's Kayla Marsh.
The Keyport Historical Society will be ringing in the holiday season with their annual Candlelight House Tour. The event will take place December 13th from 4 to 9 p.m., beginning at Burley's Seafood and Steak Restaurant at 59 West Front Street. The tour, which began as a bike tour, will allow residents to see some festive holiday lights and partake in other holiday activities. A unique stop on the tour to look out for will be an 1885 home that was once the Keyport Municipal Hall. Tickets are available now for $18 at the Route 36 IHOP, the Keyport Public Library on Broad Street, and online at www.keyporthistoricalsociety.com. For more information, check out this week's Independent.
A group of Monmouth County towns and school districts are joining together to address a growing drug problem. Here's Kenny Walter.
With Monmouth County facing a growing drug problem, a group of local municipalities and school districts are joining together to combat drug use among students. Oceanport, Seabright, West Long Branch, and Monmouth Beach will be represented in the Shore Regional Municipal Drug Alliance, which will also have representation from Shore Regional High School and the Oceanport, Monmouth Beach, and West Long Branch school districts. The Alliance's first official event will be held at 6:30 p.m. on December 11th at the Shore Regional High School, with Monmouth County native David Dolan speaking about his experiences with drug addiction and recovery. For more information, please visit gmnews.com.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see your Greater Media newspaper today. Find us online at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shia. Thanks for tuning in.